Hello, welcome to Guillaume's Cuisine. If you like light desserts, you should enjoy my custard mousse recipe. It has a fluffy texture and contains very little sugar. Let me take you through the ingredients. You need eggs. I would advise you to use large ones. Sugar, the equivalent of about 7 teaspoons. Mascarpone cheese. Milk. In this video I'm using semi-skimmed, but you can go for any variety you like. Some vanilla extract and a gelatin sheet. Feel free to replace it with a vegetarian setting agent, it works just as well. Before we can proceed with the mousse, you need to leave the gelatin sheet to soften in cold water. Now we can start with the preparation of a thick custard, which will serve as a base for the recipe. Separate the eggs and ensure that no yolk mixes with the whites because otherwise they won't rise. For our custard, we only need 2 of the 4 yolks, but we want the whites from the 4 eggs. Mix the yolks with 2/3 of the sugar. I've enlisted the help of an electric mixer just out of sheer laziness. Continue the process until the preparation has turned pale yellow. Now let's move on to the milk. I've put it in the saucepan already. Add some of the vanilla extract. The amount needed depends on the strength of the essence. Usually you need around 1 small teaspoon. Bring the milk to the boil and then mix half of it with the egg preparation until completely blended. After that, transfer the egg preparation to the saucepan with the rest of the milk. We need the custard to thicken on low heat for about 5 minutes. You have to make sure the cream doesn't get too hot, otherwise you'll end up with scrambled eggs. It has to be hot enough for you to see a little bit of steam coming out of the pan. Keep stirring throughout. This will make sure the heat is evenly distributed. Don't hesitate to lift the pan off the stove if you sense it's getting too hot. It's been on for 5 minutes, and as you can see the cream has nicely thickened. Remove from the heat and add the mascarpone cheese and leave it to melt slowly. The reason I'm using mascarpone cheese is because it has a firm and creamy consistency which will help the mousse to set. Now let's deal with the egg whites. If like me you're using the same machine as for mixing the yolks with the sugar, make sure you've thoroughly washed the heads because if impurities contact the egg whites, they won't rise. When you're halfway through the whisking process, add the rest of the sugar. This will help the whites to stay firm and continue whisking until they no longer rise. As you can see, the whites are now so firm that I can cut through them. Now it's time to assemble all the different elements of the mousse. Transfer the gelatin sheet to the custard, but you must remove the excess of water first and give the custard a good stir. If the gelatin is not dissolving properly, it's probably because the custard has cooled down too much. You can put it back on low heat for 1 minute until completely smooth. When ready, incorporate the custard into the whites. Mix it gently so as not to deflate the preparation. Then put the custard mousse in glasses. I'm just using regular whiskey glasses. Leave it to set in the fridge for a few hours until completely set. When it's ready, I think you will love the unusually light, fluffy texture of these desserts. If you try the recipe, feel free to leave a comment and you can even post pictures of the end result on my Facebook page. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye!